Welcome to the 2022 State of the City. Please join me in welcoming your City of Fort Lauderdale Charter Officers. City Manager, Greg Chavarria. City Attorney, Alan Boileau. City Clerk, David Solomon. And Interim City Auditor, Patrick Riley. Your Fort Lauderdale City Commission, Vice Mayor Ben Sorensen, representing District 4. Commissioner Heather Moraitis, representing District 1. Commissioner Stephen Glassman, representing District 2. And Commissioner Robert McKenzie, representing District 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your mayor, Dean Trantalis.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome, and thank you so much for being here tonight. It's going to be a great evening for everybody, and we're going to see so many wonderful things about our city, Fort Lauderdale. So at this time, I would just like to ask you all to please rise so we can do the presentation of colors for the Fort Lauderdale Police Department Honor Guard. So please remain standing, and I'd like to invite our good friend, Zachary Eakins Duran, who's going to come onto the stage and sing the national anthem for us tonight. Zachary.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Amazing, Zachary, amazing. Thank you so much. The honor guard, you may now be dismissed, but I ask you all to please remain standing. Thank you. So I now invite Senior Pastor Henry Green of the Mount Hermon AME Church to the stage for the invocation. Pastor Green.
Thank you, Mayor. Let us all pray. Father God, tonight we come in this place to represent the city that we all know and that we all love. God, by whatever name that we call you tonight, as I know you through my Savior, Jesus Christ, many of us come here for different reasons, but we all come here because we love Fort Lauderdale. God, we ask that your grace, that your presence, that your mercy will continue to make this the greatest city in the entire state of Florida, that you will provide courage for our leadership, our mayor, to continue to put us on an upward path. Give a heart to our councilmen and women who serve. Bless our firefighters and police officers, our teachers, our educators, everyone at every level and every place, so that this city will continue to raise up generations that will provide a better tomorrow. Let us see through our own minds and sit in the seats of others, put ourselves in the shoes of the less fortunate as we create opportunities for people to live a better future. God, we ask that you would have mercy on us as we continue to do your will, to be a blessed place and a blessed time for a blessed people. This we ask in the name of God we pray tonight. And everyone in agreement said, amen.
Thank you, Pastor Green. Please be seated, everybody. Thank you. And please join me in thanking the Parker and Kelly Shanley, who's the CEO of the Broward Center for Performing Arts, for the use of this beautiful facility tonight. I invite everyone to return and see some of the wonderful performances scheduled for this fall and winter. It's an amazing facility that we have here, and we can call it our own. This is a great place. So I'd just like to take a moment. It's my privilege to recognize the members of our City Commission and City Administration who are here tonight. First, I'd like to introduce our Vice Mayor, Dr. Ben Sorensen. Ben, please stand up. Thank you. Commissioner, whose birthday it is tonight, Commissioner Heather Moritas. Commissioner Stephen Glassman, District 2. This is your district. Yes. And Commissioner Robert McKenzie. Robert, thank you. I also like to introduce our city manager, Greg Chavaria. Greg, please stand up. Thank you. Our city attorney, Alan Boileau. Alan. Our city clerk, David Solomon. And our interim city auditor, Patrick Riley. Thank you all so much for what you do and for your contributions to our city. So as many of you may know, Vice Mayor Sorensen and Commissioners Moritas and McKenzie will be leaving their offices this November, and I wish them the best in their future endeavors. Thank you. Thank you for making this commission the Can-Do Commission and for all the work that we've been able to accomplish this past term. Thank you so much. So it's been a while since we've gathered here as a city to discuss the state of the city. COVID, of course, interfering with a lot of the well-laid plans. And of course, you're going to hear people who saying, you know, these are things that we could do and should do. You know, it is campaign season, so you're going to hear a lot of things said about where our shortcomings lie. But tonight, we're going to talk about the successes. Tonight, we're going to talk about the things we have accomplished. We're going to talk about how this Can-Do Commission got things done. And in the last couple of years, it's amazing what we have been able to accomplish with our staff, every member of every employee, our firefighters, our police force, keeping our city safe and clean. This is what we're gonna hear about tonight because we are proud of Fort Lauderdale. So we forewent 2 years of in-person reports from me as mayor as the nation did deal with COVID-19. And everyone undertook precautions regarding those large gatherings. Unfortunately, we lost too many lives to this disease. Family members, friends, co-workers, even one of our brave police officers. It was truly a heart-wrenching time for all of us. The economic consequences were equally severe, with families struggling to make ends meet, and many small businesses did close. The city, however, acted quickly and decisively throughout the pandemic. We made tough decisions about closures, testing, vaccinations, and then reopening, all to keep our community safe. And we followed the science to make sure we did it right. Now we are coming back with a renewed vitality and a renewed commitment to progress. A bright future lies ahead for Fort Lauderdale, and this city commission has been tackling many community challenges and has brought to fruition a wealth of accomplishments. In the span of just a few years, we have made astounding improvements to the quality of life here in Fort Lauderdale, a pace of achievement that few communities see in the course of decades, but us in just a matter of a couple or 3 years. Tonight, I will share with you the story of our great success, a record of improving infrastructure, addressing traffic, building affordable housing, developing magnificent new amenities, attracting new businesses and jobs, and ensuring the highest standards of public safety. The most significant challenge we have faced has been upgrading an aging infrastructure. Many American cities in the same position as Fort Lauderdale was, but Fort Lauderdale faced it head on. Prior generations simply did not put enough effort into maintaining our vital water, sewer, and stormwater systems. Yet, when our community suffered an unfortunate series of pipe breaks, we confronted the issue with determination and grit. And we have turned the corner, my friends. We have turned the corner. The upgrades have been completed or are underway and will last well into the next generation. They address our population growth and are resilient enough to withstand the world's changing climate. This work has included a truly remarkable feat of construction. Using 2 contractors and cutting-edge technology, Fort Lauderdale installed a new 54-inch sewer pipe that runs 7.5 miles right through the center of the city. The work was finished in record time and under budget and is now receiving numerous industry accolades. Let's just take a look at some of this work.
Directional drilling projects to be installed within a downtown environment. The Fort Lauderdale $65 million emergency design-build project has become one of the most unique pipeline projects in the world. The fast-tracked project installed 39,000 feet of 48 and 54-inch HDPE pipe, utilizing 17 large directional drills. The lead contractors, Murphy Pipelines and David Mancini & Sons, quickly mobilized and began construction of the emergency project. With a flow capacity of 64 million gallons per day, the new 7.5-mile-long sewer force main crosses 2 canals, the Intracoastal Waterway, and several major county and FDOT roadways. Approximately 6.7 miles, or 91% of the pipeline, utilized trenchless technology, installing new HDPE pipe. Chen Moore & Associates and A&P Consulting Transportation Engineers led the fast-tracked engineering design, permitting, and CEI for this project. Other engineering firms include Hazen & Sawyer and Craven & Thompson. The project included 39,000 feet of 48 and 54-inch pipe, staying 91% trenchless, 17 large-diameter drills within a highly urbanized setting, one of the largest HDD projects to be installed within a downtown environment. The size, location, and complexity make this one of the most unique pipeline projects in the world.
Amazing stuff. Amazing. In addition to the new 7.5-mile sewer main, the city has installed other new water and sewer pipes, upgraded the pump stations and added new ones, taken steps to better prevent infiltration of stormwater into the existing sewer system, and is launching a project to replace water meters with ones that will provide greater reliability in consumption readings, finally. In the past 5 years, we've replaced more than 24 miles of water distribution pipes and 16 miles of wastewater force mains, prioritizing our efforts to address high-risk areas in the city. And finally, a new water treatment plant will come online in early 2026. Finally. The Five Ash water treatment plant is beyond its useful life. We all know that. And we have made the decision to move quickly and to replace it. We are finalizing a contract with a world-renowned water system experts to build and operate the new plant. It will withstand a severe hurricane, use top-of-the-line technology in its treatment process, and produce clear and clean water for our users. No more yellow water. Climate change and sea level rise make it even more urgent that we enhance our stormwater system to prevent flooding. Scientists expect sea levels along the coastline to increase by a foot in the next 20 to 30 years. Flooding from high tides will be more frequent and intense, and hurricane storm surges will increase. Remember, too, that Florida is experiencing more and extreme weather events and 22 incidents between 2010 and 2020, costing the state about $100 billion in damages. The city is in the process of making its largest investment ever in stormwater and flood control. We launched a 5-year, $200 million plan to alleviate vulnerabilities, focusing on our most flood-prone areas. We are already in construction in the first 2 neighborhoods. We're installing more tidal control valves and drainage pipes, building new outfall connections and drainage structures, creating new catch basins, rebuilding swales, and constructing stormwater reserves. In fact, the River Oaks Preserve has already opened. It's been a great success. We're also raising seawalls. The new seawall on Cordova Road, for example, almost a half-mile long, completed early this year. Last month, we broke ground on the new seawall for Hendricksile. We're beginning the process. It's going to take time, but we're getting there. Our planet is going through changing times, and we are firmly focused on adapting Fort Lauderdale to the future. One thing that I'm proudest of as mayor is how this city commission and city leadership are willing to seek innovative solutions to our challenges. This is the most obvious when it comes to transportation, when we must figure out how to serve the needs of a growing population with a transportation network that is designed to meet the needs of the last century, yet this is what we're talking about. Times are changing, and in this century, we need to find new solutions to the challenges that we now face. Here's one example. We are working closely with regional partners to create commuter rail service between Miami and West Palm Beach. The Coastal Link will have stops in downtowns across South Florida and could ease congestion on north-south roads, especially along I-95. This could be a real game changer for the region. It's a complicated project, and a key issue now is how do we cross the New River and get through the very busy downtown thoroughfares like Sunrise Boulevard and Broward Boulevard and Davie Boulevard with all this increased train traffic. So the county and the state want to build a high-rise bridge right through the middle of our city. I will not let that happen. It's simply unreasonable. Imagine a bridge rising 80 feet, thank you. Imagine a bridge rising 80 feet running 2.8 miles between Davie and Sunrise Boulevards. Imagine a bridge above our heads. It would be a blight to the downtown and reverse the success of our transformation over the last decade. It would divide the historic Northwest community from downtown when we are focused on reconnecting communities. Also harmed would be the city's historic district and picturesque Riverwalk, all being hidden under a bridge. They would be hidden underneath the train bridge and the massive support columns that sustain it. The city wants to think creatively. For that reason, your commission unanimously backed the need for a tunnel, right? Yes. Expert after expert has proven to us that a tunnel is viable both technically and financially. There are specialists who have built tunnels all over the world in many different conditions, including under Sydney, Australia's harbor, and the Colosseum in Rome. Because of our conversations with these tunneling contractors, FDOT, that's the Florida Department of Transportation, and the county have lowered their estimate of tunnel construction miraculously from $3.8 billion to under $2 billion, right? Yeah. And we still believe we can cut that cost down to under $1 billion. We keep trying, and we keep trying, and we're going to get there. Hey, that's in the same ballpark as the cost of a bridge itself. No one's talking about that. And also, did you know tunnels last longer than bridges? Bridges have a shorter lifespan. Tunnels are there forever. Look at our own Kinney Tunnel. Imagine the city of Fort Lauderdale without the Kinney Tunnel. We would be at a completely different Las Olas Boulevard, it'd be a traffic center as opposed to a wonderful thoroughfare. The city has even identified how a tunnel can be financed. The Biden administration's infrastructure program contains new sources of funding, and they're anxious to receive a proposal for us. They're waiting for us to submit a proposal. Unfortunately, we have to work in partnership with the county, and the county needs some convincing on this. County commissioners have decided instead to split the whole commuter rail system from Miami to West Palm Beach into sections now. They're not ready to think about a tunnel through the city of Fort Lauderdale. So we're going to do a southern section below the river and a northern section above the river, and somehow in between, we're going to figure it all out. The independent consultants will undertake a new study of a tunnel's feasibility. With that report in hand, we will work together on the next phase. That will be phase 2, extending the service through our city and to the border of Palm Beach County. The decisions we make today, let's face it, they're going to impact generations to come, as we see what decisions were made generations ago. Our plan aligns with the thinking of other metro areas like Houston, Austin, Louisville, Milwaukee, Dallas, Seattle. All are using tunnels to creatively bury their transportation systems and make their cities more open, livable, sustainable, more green space, more breathing space, rather than dealing with bridges and trains, right? And like I said, imagine if Fort Lauderdale city leaders back in the 60s had decided to not build a tunnel under the new river at Federal Highway where the Kinney Tunnel is. Imagine what our experience would be like today. Remember, for those who lived back then, the newspapers were totally against the tunnel, just like they are today. Las Olas would not be the chic, fashionable street it is, nor would the Riverwalk be the same, all because there would be a large bridge servicing Federal Highway in their midst rather than a tunnel beneath them. So I urge everyone to continue to speak up and speak out at what is best for our community. The Downtown Development Authority produced this video illustrating my concerns. I just want to share it with you tonight.
Do you imagine every day starting like this? And when your kids are playing, does it sound like this? How about when you're working? Is this what you expect? And when your day winds down, is this the experience you want? Do you want to be in a city of the past or the future? It's your city, your choice.
These are our choices, friends. So the research into the new river crossing led the city to explore another tunneling idea. What if we could lay the foundation for an underground transit network that provided more traffic relief? We once united to kill the Wave streetcar, which was a decision, one of the first decisions our commission made. We said it was a 19th century technology ill-suited to a 21st century problem. While the solution was wrong, the problem of congestion is still real. Let's think futuristically. We are in discussions with Elon Musk's tunnel construction company, the Boring Company. Just as Musk revolutionized electric vehicles and space travel, he is trying to reshape public transportation. Las Vegas was his first project. He built a transit loop underneath the city's massive convention center. It's been so successful that Las Vegas just agreed to extend the system along the Strip to downtown, the sports stadium, and the airport. Almost 30 miles of tunnels. Best of all, and it can be done at a mere fraction of the cost of building traditional subway system. So Fort Lauderdale is working with the Musk organization to explore the financial, technical, and geological components of creating what we term the Las Olas Loop. It would be a 2.7-mile underground transportation loop that takes passengers from downtown to the beach in less than 5 minutes. It's a good place to start. Traffic between downtown and the beach can overwhelm the key east-west arteries such as Las Olas Boulevard, Sunrise, and Southeast 17th Street. Ever been stuck on Southeast 17th Street? Right. During the winter and spring and during major events like the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, these roadways turn into veritable parking lots. And once you get to the beach, parking rates can be expensive, sometimes $100 or more for the day. Unlike a regular subway, the Boring Company's tunnels transport passengers in electric vehicles, at first staffed with drivers and maybe someday controlled by autonomous vehicles. In this respect, the loop would resemble an underground highway. Individuals and families would be shuttled directly to their final destination without stopping. The route would be illuminated by a fun LED light system, and speeds could reach up to 50 miles an hour, a straight shot to the beach and back. The number of vehicles assigned to the loop can be adjusted in real time based on demand, and because the tunnel would be designed for vehicles and not train cars, there is no waiting. Upon arriving at a station, passengers will immediately board the vehicle and depart. Travel time would be reduced to minutes. The price would equate to actually a cup of coffee at Starbucks. And the system can be later expanded. The county wants to build a streetcar to go from downtown to the western suburbs along Broward Boulevard, taking away travel lanes on the street. Can you imagine? Wouldn't this underground system make more sense? Wouldn't it be a great future segment to the airport and seaport? It's an exciting possibility. Let's take a look.
Want to go to the boat show? Or the Tortuga Music Festival? How about cruising down A1A? Sounds good, right? But how do you get from downtown Fort Lauderdale and to the beach at the height of tourist season and during major events without experiencing this? Wouldn't it be great if there was a way to bypass gridlock that's easy, inexpensive, and fun? The future of transportation is here, and it's called the Las Olas Loop. The Loop is a 2.7-mile underground transit network where riders are whisked in Teslas through LED-illuminated tunnels from downtown and to the beach in under 5 minutes. The city of Fort Lauderdale is excited to work with the same visionary leaders who are revolutionizing electric vehicles and space-age travel, and are now tackling gridlock by future-proofing underground transportation networks, building them in half the time, and at a substantially lower cost than traditional tunneling methods. With no room to add or widen streets and traditional rail being too expensive to build and maintain, adding more buses will only worsen the problem. As the city of Fort Lauderdale continues to grow and attract more residents and visitors, a fresh and innovative approach to traffic is critical to maintaining our great quality of life. Imagine a future where getting from downtown to the beach is easy, inexpensive, and fun. The Las Olas Loop, getting you where you need to be.
The city of Fort Lauderdale is uniquely positioned to lead and build better traffic solutions. We need to be bold, think outside the box, and build a better place to live, work, and play, not just for today, but for tomorrow. You know, sometimes being on the cutting edge of innovation can be a little scary, a little challenging, but we are FTL, right? Yes. And we will not be daunted by those who say it can't be done. So as we learn more and more about the possibilities, we'll keep you informed and we'll see how we can enter the 21st century and be well ahead of the game. So even as we pursue these ideas, the city continues to do all it can to improve transportation, even by the more traditional means. I look forward to opening of the 17th Street bypass through the Port Everglades. Broward County promised to build that road as part of the convention center expansion. We're moving forward creating a downtown traffic loop with one-way pairs downtown between Andrews and 3rd Avenue. The city and partner agencies have spent the last 6 months finalizing the scope of work for the design of this downtown project. When completed, this street-level loop will allow for a dedicated rapid transit line, so you'll be able to circulate downtown without being impeded by regular traffic. Some other significant transportation projects, the beautification and traffic calming of Northeast 15th Avenue and Lake Ridge, The replacement of the old bridge of Coconut Isle and the upcoming replacement of the bridges on Castle Harbor Isle, Westlake Drive, and South Ocean Drive. The completion of the Las Olas Boulevard improvement study, along with plans to begin some of the proposed upgrades. The cooperation with the Florida Department of Transportation to find solutions to the congestion of Sunrise Boulevard. And the launch of Lauderdale, a free on-demand shuttle service on the beach in downtown that we just launched with Circuit. Who's taken that? Great thing, right? So let's turn the quality of life into a better quality of life here in Fort Lauderdale. We are transforming the community with new and improved recreational, cultural, and entertainment offerings. By forging ahead, partnerships, thinking boldly, we have fashioned a wide range of world-class amenities. The very place we are in tonight, the Parker, underwent a major renovation. This included new lounges, a vibrant new lobby, and a state-of-the-art sound system. Can you hear me? Okay. And they kept the charm of the past, right? Freshening up the iconic exterior and playhouse and its continental seating. Can you believe 2 years have passed since the completion of the Inter-Miami soccer complex at Lockhart Park? What a spectacular place to watch sports. You've been there, right? It's amazing. David Beckham and his partners at Inter-Miami invested $165 million to build the stadium, to build a smaller community stadium for our high schools, which never had a football stadium of their own, a state-of-the-art training facility, and their corporate headquarters. And it didn't cost us a dime. Now we are working hand in hand with the residents in Inter-Miami to program the adjacent property for additional park space. It will get done, Commissioner. It will get done. This week, we opened the pools. We finally opened the pools at the Aquatic Center on the beach. I don't know about you, but it is amazing what is happening there. Along with the refurbished pools, we added a 27-meter dive tower. Commissioner Glassman, are you going to be the first to? No. It's your district. Take one for the team, okay? Okay. Yeah. This is the highest platform in the Western Hemisphere. And already around the world, the organizations, national as well as international organizations, are scheduling it for their competitions. Work continues on additional improvements, including better locker rooms. We're also working on the new Hall of Fame building. The International Swimming Hall of Fame, those buildings are coming down, and there'll be a totally new complex bookending the pools and the dive tower. We're also modernizing and reimagining the War Memorial Auditorium, which will soon open. And tonight I heard that the ice skating rinks are going to turn to ice in February. So dust off those skates, everybody, right? Under a partnership with the city, the Florida Panthers hockey team is going to build its own training facility here on the east side next to the auditorium with the 2 rinks that will be available to the public. So there'll be a complete dedicated ring just for the public. Fort Lauderdale will have its own place for amateur ice hockey and skating by the spring, and we're very, very excited that this project has moved forward the way it has. The second part of the Panthers deal is the conversion of the 70-year-old auditorium, our beloved War Memorial, into a state-of-the-art concert and performance space. Not only will this bring family-friendly events and programming for decades to come, but the Panthers will save the city tax money by taking over the operations. That facility had been hemorrhaging the city almost $1 million a year, and now we will be saving that every single year. In late May, we opened the new LA Lee Mizell YMCA, right? Have you been there? The LA Lee YMCA Mizell Community Center is a shining example how community can work together with private interests and the community to build an unbelievable state-of-the-art recreational facility, as well as a place where there'll be classroom study, as well as all kinds of other aspects of community enhancement that will take place there. We are very, very proud of that facility, and we're very, very proud that we've been able to accomplish it in such a short period of time. We gave the Y a long-term lease of public land of $1 a year at that location, and pledged community development funds to cover about half of the construction of that project. The facility provides a new level of service to surrounding residents with a focus on youth development, business growth, community research, and athletic facilities. It's a magnificent place with an outdoor swimming pool, a gym with a basketball court and wellness center, a child care center with after-school programming, and a black box theater for performances. We're happy to have helped make this dream come true for many. Coming back down to downtown Fort Lauderdale, we have entered into another public-private partnership to build an arts park in the old one-stop shop site. The cultural center and European-style marketplace will bookend a large park that will be designed with community input. Our private partners will invest $100 million of their own money. Capital, this kind of capital is just, you don't find this every day. They will reimagine the site, and they will be responsible for the operations. They will manage the open space of 2.75 acres of parkland that will be there, and we're very proud to be able to partner with these folks who have continued to invest in our city. Not only does the city not pay anything for that investment, but we're also going to receive $1.5 million a year in rent. So a win-win for everybody here in our community. The Arts Park also illustrates the commitment the city has made to improve our park system. Under the Parks Bond referendum that voters overwhelmingly approved in 2019, we are spending $200 million to upgrade parks, both large and small. We are adding community centers, outdoor fitness equipment, better lighting, new playground equipment, and better athletic fields. We're also purchasing new park space. Several neighborhoods have already benefited from these new purchases, and we're very proud to be able to provide them for kids and families to enjoy in their neighborhoods. There are some particularly amazing park projects completed or underway that I'd like to talk to you about. How many people have been to the Oceanside Park at the end of Las Olas and A1A, right? It's a beautiful entrance to our beach and is now a hub of activity. It will soon be soon be complemented with a modernized DC Alexander Park just a few blocks south. The designs are amazing, and we're going to see that completed within 18 months. And in time for this year's Winterfest Boat Parade, we will open the Tunnel Top Park. The park is being built by extending the top of the Kinney Tunnel farther over the Federal Highway and creating new open space along Las Olas Boulevard. The Downtown Development Authority has also drawn up plans to give Heisinger Park a facelift with a new lawn, walks, dog run, river overlook, and a restaurant. Right? Amazing. Makes you all want to live downtown. We're also working on a partnership that will build a major pickleball facility in an unused portion of Snyder Park. Pickleball, who knew? Pickleball has become quite popular, and I'm asked almost every day if the city can add more courts. We found a way to do so. With 60 new courts being developed, we will have a prestigious facility available for use and for competition play. So allow me to pause for a second and discuss a recent controversy regarding our city amenities and money spent on an event. We have learned in the past week that shows a greater need for scrutiny of the city-sponsored events, both by the commission and the staff. We get it. The new city manager, the new interim auditor are determined to get to the bottom of what occurred, and look, we will get it past this, and we know what we need to do. The City Commission will review all future expenditures and will have certainly more internal procurement protocols. So let us learn from our mistakes and move forward. But we still need to enjoy the great events that we have, like Christmas on Las Olas, the Air Show, Tortuga Music Festival, the Sistrunk Parade and Festival, and of course, our beloved St. Patrick's Day Parade, right? The Brazilian Festival has reached new heights. We've since moving to Fort Lauderdale, and our Day of the Dead celebration is world-renowned, right? One of the top 10 in the country. New offerings continue to develop. People love to enjoy Fort Lauderdale. We've added Flock Fest, Floatorama, and a revamped Pride Fort Lauderdale that will welcome people from around the world this spring for Pride of the Americas. Our focus on quality of life, however, continues to go beyond just public amenities. We understand the need to help the school district improve education, the crisis that residents are facing regarding housing affordability, and the importance of clean waterways. We are taking concerted action to ensure the livability of our community. Our population growth does present challenges. The one I hear daily concerns about the affordability of housing. The city is prioritizing the need, yes, the city is prioritizing the need to increase the range of housing options. We continue to build affordable housing projects, and we are at the forefront of the 31 cities in Broward County that has created more affordable housing units than any other city in the county. So we're very proud of that. But we must, and the reason for this is because we must ensure that we maintain a diverse community that's open to all income levels. A place where workers, from nurses to teachers to bank tellers and waiters, can afford to live. A place where someone fresh from college can launch a career, and a place where a senior citizen can retire comfortably. We have given grants, forgivable loans, tax credits, and public land to encourage the development of affordable housing. So your city has been partnering in the effort to increase affordability of housing here in our communities. I just want to name a few so you understand the kinds of efforts we've made. Affiliated Development built 142 workforce units at a project called 613, right on 6th Strand Boulevard. The Housing Trust Group's Village View recently opened 100 affordable units for seniors. Sunshine Shipyards Arcadian will have 48 units set aside as affordable. And Mount Hermon AME Church is building 100 units of senior housing that will be rented at affordable rates. Our housing authority continues its extensive campaign to renovate and expand its properties and enlarge its portfolio. Suncrest Court, for example, is doubling its size to 116 units. The Housing Authority also built the 113-unit Poinciana Crossing, where the city once planned a transit maintenance facility down by 17th Street. In another initiative, we are selling city-owned lots for the construction of single-family homes. Once developed, these must be marketed to the public at affordable prices. The city also operates a program to assist qualified individuals make down payments, cover closing costs, and reduce the principal on a home purchase. We will continue to work as hard as possible to keep Fort Lauderdale a community that is available to everyone. So one of the most important factors to the long-term prosperity of a community, of course, is the quality of its schools. That's why increasing the city's role in education has been a commission goal. We understand the school board can't do it all. So the city is looking to expand early education, a unique partnership with the Bezos Academy. This Montessori-inspired program is designed to offer full-day, year-round preschool for underserved communities without any tuition. We're one of the few cities in the entire country that have partnered with this organization, and they love the fact that they're coming to Fort Lauderdale. And summer is a time when you can often see learning loss, so the city has stepped up to assist even in that area. For the second year, the city partnered with the school district and nonprofit organizations to run a specialized summer program as a complement to the district's summer academy. And the city provided academic enrichment during our traditional park and recreation summer camps. We saw great results. On average, children enrolled in our summer camp mastered 3 or more skills in math and reading. As with summer school, after-school care is an area where the city can readily help supplement the work of the school district. We have used funding from the Federal CARES Act to outfit community centers with iPads and MiFis. The city also was selected by the Barbara Bush Foundation to start Book Explorers, a literacy program as part of an aftercare program with funding coming from the State Department of Education. So the city also is expanding career training opportunities. Inter-Miami's presence in our community has led to the Global Institute of Sport to open its first full campus in North America at the Lockhart facilities. GIS will provide educational programs for students interested in pursuing careers in the sports business. This commission saw aviation as a career field, which we could boost locally because of our great airports, FLL, and of course our beloved FXC. We intend to create multiple education paths for students to move into the high demand and cutting edge fields of aviation. We first launched an avionics program at the Atlantic Technical College with partnership with the school district, local colleges, and the business community. A second step is to create an aviation workforce training facility. We hired a consultant to conduct a feasibility study and needs analysis for a training program. Hey, the city continually seeks to understand the educational priorities of our community. We have lobbied heavily to ensure that Stranahan High School will finally get its cafeteria. It shouldn't be that hard, folks, but it is. We want to thank the school district for approving this long-sought improvement. The final area of quality of life that I'd like to talk about is our environment, particularly our waterways. After all, we are the Venice of America, right? We want to keep it that way, but make it cleaner. We're working hard to repair the damage done by the sewer pipe breaks. Come on, let's face it, it was damaging. As well as to address the historical pollution created by the urbanization of South Florida over the past century. So we started by dredging the sediment from the George English Lake and the Tarpon River, from which hundreds of cubic yards have been now removed. We also undertook an innovative partnership with the Fort Lauderdale-based Clean Waterways LLC to clean the Himmershey Canal using protein skimmer technology, to great success. We are currently installing aerators at 4 locations to literally breathe new life into these waterways and enhance wildlife habitat. Also, the city collects trash in all of our waterways on a regular schedule, resulting in the removal of nearly 140 tons of floating debris in this last year alone. Come on, people, keep those straws out of the water. In addition, this fiscal year, the city's street sweeping and proactive cleaning of stormwater catch basins has protected our natural environment by preventing 1,200 tons of silt and debris from entering our waterways, 1,200 tons. And we hired Miami Waterkeeper to perform regular water quality monitoring across the city and to publicize the results through the Swim Guide app. Now people know the condition of the waterways before venturing out into them. So fortunately, sampling at our designated water sport areas consistently comes back showing our waterways fit for public use, well below the accepted standards. By analyzing the testing results, we look at what next steps should be taken. Public safety is the paramount job of any city. Our proud track record of our police and fire departments and the hard work, bravery, and dedication of our police officers is the solution to achieving this success. Let's give them a round of applause, everybody. But we know how difficult their work is, and so the City Commission has approved in this recent budget by adding 24 officer positions to the force for the 2023 budget. We've installed, our job never ends. We've installed new technology that listens for gunshots and reports the GPS location immediately to police officers, right? With federal and grant assistance, we launched a collaborative project with federal and state law enforcement partners to address gun violence. The police department has started a program to improve its firearms analysis. They will collect spent casings from crime scenes and other firearms that are confiscated, so key information can be entered into a national ballistics database. This is a database that departments across the country can search for crime scene matches. And to allow officers to better focus their attention, the department plans to implement an online reporting service to address incidents that don't require the physical presence of an officer. Most significantly, we will soon begin construction of our state-of-the-art police station. After more than 60 years, the current headquarters is obsolete. It can't accommodate today's larger police force and does not meet our existing needs. And sadly, it couldn't even withstand the impact of a major tropical storm. The commission has also made it a priority to do more to fight aggressive panhandling. Yes. Also, loud car noise on the beach and the downtown. And the dangerous street takeovers by some of these gangs on their motorcycles and ATV riders, right? Meanwhile, in the fire department, we have placed Station 8 into service down at 1717 Southwest First Avenue, a great fire station. And we are now on our way to rebuilding Fire Station number 13 right at the entrance of Birch State Park along Sunrise Boulevard. We've also acquired land for a new station at 507 Southeast 11th Court to support the South Federal Highway area. The fire department is also exploring a pilot mobile integrated healthcare program to improve non-emergency healthcare services to the community. And to keep pace with our growing needs, the city has added 16 more firefighter positions in this new budget and another 15 in the budget thereafter. So we're excited that we have a full complement of firefighters. We are a safe community. And it's because of these folks that keep it that way, to help protect our lives and our property. I cannot end without talking about our economy. We have seen an unprecedented amount of business development and job creation. We are effectively at full employment with the region's jobless rate, once again, under 3%, down from a high of 16% during the early days of the pandemic. The popularity of Fort Lauderdale is at an all-time high, if you haven't noticed. Increasing numbers of people untethered from the office during COVID found the possibility of working in the cloud and living in the sun quite appealing, right? Something we already discovered already. Many corporations are moving here too. They are realizing what AutoNation, DHL, Embraer, Microsoft, Motorola, Citrix, they've been here for years. But it's no secret that corporate America has found us. Greater Fort Lauderdale offers a winning combination of a business-friendly metro area, a beach and outdoor lifestyle that is blessed with year-round sun, except today, and a tax regimen much lower than other locales like California, Chicago, and Boston, as well as New York. Our community ranks among the top locations in the country for entrepreneurial activity. We have a diverse and well-educated workforce that can meet the needs of any business. We have world-class transportation facilities in the International Airport, Executive Airport, and our shipping port, among the top in the world. And business can take advantage of a very sophisticated international trade infrastructure. Next month, we will have the grand opening of the new headquarters of West Marine. This leader of the yachting world decided to move from San Francisco to Fort Lauderdale, which is where they belong. But they're not alone. Future Tech, an IT partner of choice of Fortune 500 companies, moved their main headquarters from Long Island to downtown Fort Lauderdale. Mimic Innovative Surgery, an Israeli-based medical device company that's transforming robot-assisted surgery. Bell Health Investment Partners, a private equity fund focusing on healthcare. Benefit Technologies, a health insurance technology company. Sinceris Pharmaceuticals, a manufacturer of custom medicines. Star Insurance Companies, a leading financial and insurance firm. Pinebridge Investments, a global asset management company. American Queen, headquarters of the National Cruise Line. And KeySource Pharma, a supplier of genetic pharmaceuticals. Business investors worldwide are looking at Fort Lauderdale. An Israeli firm recently broke ground in an area called Thrive, a mixed-use hub for businesses and artists. Also, the Foreign Trade Minister of the United Arab Emirates recently visited here, interested in pursuing major economic ties following a successful trade mission that we went to Dubai to accomplish. So Fort Lauderdale is taking steps to ensure its prominence in the maritime world, and that will continue. We are rebuilding the Las Olas Marina so it can handle more yachts and larger yachts, more so than ever before, while providing the kind of associated service needed that boat owners and their crews expect. We also secured Bahia Mar as a permanent home for the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. And they're very happy to be here. The fate of this critical driver for our economy was in doubt after a deal was brokered by the previous commission. But my colleagues here on the commission, we all made agreements to ensure the show remains and continues to be a success. And with the new site plan that's been developed for the Bahia Mar, we can ensure that that success will continue in years to come. Our tourism industry is booming. Our friends that Visit Lauderdale have made a great video illustrating why the world loves to vacation here. Let's take a moment and take a look at it.
Whatever your body tells you to do, just put it in action.
I know many of you are saying, boy, wouldn't it be great to live in a place like this? This is your city, folks. Enjoy it, step out of your comfort zone, explore, appreciate the wonderful things that our community has to offer. Everyone else is, we might as well. It's incredible what's happening in the industry as the number of visitors continues to grow and increases in diversity. Fort Lauderdale is now home to a Four Seasons, top of the line in luxury. The Hotel Marin and AC by Marriott have also joined our beachfront inventory, with several more hotels in line for construction. Downtown was once only known by our historic and beautiful Riverside Hotel. But in the last couple of years, we've added many hotels: the Del Mar, True by Hilton, the Hyatt Centric, and the Courtyard by Marriott. The Ultra Luxe Whitfield is now under construction and will join the downtown market in a couple of years. And speaking of the downtown, I'm really thrilled by its evolution. It's undergoing a true renaissance and is positioned to thrive as a place that blends living and working into one environment. It's a walkable urban experience that rivals most other communities around the country, if not around the world. Not only are there new hotels, but there's also new office space like the Main, new housing like the Icon, and new retail and investment and restaurants like Fogo de Chao and Eddie V's. You've been there? I hope you have. The restaurant business is going wild, largely because of the downtown. Restaurant seating levels have experienced a 24% increase over the pre-pandemic levels. According to Open Table, Fort Lauderdale has witnessed the nation's second biggest jump in restaurant reservations between 2019 and today. Business in other cities like New York, San Francisco, Chicago, they're all way down. So just think about what a transformation has been for our city center. Even in the early 2000s, downtown was largely a collection of office and government buildings, and Flagler Village was a veritable ghost town. It's awe-inspiring to see the renderings of what downtown will look like in 2030, when projects currently in the pipeline are completed. It's like a new city hall needs to be part of that, right? And I'd like to see the Panthers consider a move to the heart of its fan base right here on the east side of Fort Lauderdale, right? We are the only metro area in North America where a national hockey team is not located in the downtown. So we need to change that. So let's take a look at just how vibrant and dynamic our downtown really is. Yes, this is your city, folks. So we know that tourism and the marine industry have long been the cornerstones of Fort Lauderdale's economy, but this commission is attracting new fields of business. Let's face it, we must diversify. Diversification is critical to a well-rounded economy that can withstand fluctuations in a particular market, and we learned from COVID, we need to diversify. One new area that we've been pushing is the movie industry. We are completing an agreement with an LA-based consortium to build a movie studio in the long vacant site of the former Wingate incinerator. Yes, folks, Hollywood is coming to Fort Lauderdale. The city cleaned up the parcel 2 decades ago, only to see no interest in the redevelopment of the site. So at no cost to the city, this group plans to invest $150 million to build a full-service production studio complete with sound stages, movie sets, a backlot for filming, everything, and we're ready for our close-up, right? There'll also be a full-time accredited film school there. And the great thing is that it will employ people in the trades, carpenters, electricians, and it'll have a school to teach people to learn these trades. And it'll invite people from the local area to be part of this new project in our city. That's the great thing about it, bringing jobs to everybody, for everyone to benefit from this. 2 other areas of new business growth that we are focused on are the high-tech and financial services. So who isn't, right? Both are ripe for relocation to South Florida, and it's happening right here. To help this, the city is becoming a charter fellow of the Alan Levan Center for Innovation at Nova Southeastern University. The Levan Center opened late last year and is poised to be a world-class tech incubator and accelerator, working with both investors and talent. It may sound cliche, but it is so true. Fort Lauderdale is the city you never want to leave. We are blessed with the rich natural beauty of our world-famous beach and our waterways. We have a vast array of cultural entertainment options and great educational opportunities. For a city with, a little more than a century old, we have a deep history. We recently celebrated the 62nd anniversary of the boat show, the 50th anniversary of the Winterfest Boat Parade, the 100th anniversary of Bonnet House, the 50th anniversary of the Sunshine Cathedral, and the 100th anniversary of St. Anthony's Catholic Church. No one compares to Fort Lauderdale's ability to create community. We are a city on the move, a vibrant and growing cosmopolitan community that hasn't forgotten its roots or its great neighborhoods. Let's be proud to be one of the best places in the nation to live and work. Take a moment and look at this.
We are FGL!
FTL.
We are 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 FTL.
You know, one of our proudest moments this year is when the U.S. Navy and the United States government recognized Fort Lauderdale in the naming of a ship, the USS Fort Lauderdale. How many went out to see it? We are on the map, people, not only in Florida, not only in this country, and not only in this world, but we are FTL. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let us continue to work together, love one another, and continue to make Fort Lauderdale the place you never want to leave. Thank you.